Hello there! My name is Annie, and if you're watching this video, you must be planning a really fun trip to a really fun place sometime soon. Just to give you a little bit of background on me, I work for an organization called the A21 Campaign, which is an anti-human trafficking organization, and we have offices all around the world. So I've gotten to do a lot of traveling throughout the years and have got to live in Australia, and right now I'm living here in Thessaloniki, Greece. I've been here for the last 6 years. So I have learned a couple tricks on being jet lag and just some things that will make overseas travel a little bit easier. So if you're planning an overseas trip, take note. Here's tip number one. Tip number one is pack light, because if you're going to Europe especially, the airlines are a little bit more restrictive here, and you're going to have weight restrictions and even size restrictions depending on the airline that you choose. Because sometimes you can fly over to Europe and then take some smaller airlines within Europe to get around. Just be really conscious when you're booking your tickets what the restrictions are. So they can be a little bit more restrictive than American Airlines. And also keep in mind that you're going to want to buy some souvenirs. So make sure you save some room in your luggage for the trip back. All right, point number two, tip number two is to, when you're thinking about money, a lot of people are wondering, okay, should I bring traveler's checks? Should I just bring a bunch of cash and exchange it? What should I do? What I found to be the easiest is to just bring your ATM card and to go find an ATM, because that way you're not worrying about losing a big wad of cash that you brought over to exchange, or if you've gotten a traveler's check, it's a pain to go and get that cashed in as well and exchange that. So I would say call your bank, make sure that they know you're going to be traveling overseas, find out what your ATM fees are and what their foreign exchange fees are, and typically that's going to equal about as much as you pay to exchange cash. So, and it's a lot easier as well. So you want to kind of get a gauge. All right, once I get over there, I'll just get one lump sum out, or maybe take bits out as you go, depending on how long your trip is. So that's what I do, and that has always worked the best. Helps me also not exchange too much money and then have to exchange it back, that type of thing as well. Okay, point number three is do your research before you go and check out your surrounding areas. Make sure you know the surrounding cities and even the surrounding countries, because Americans tend to have this reputation of not knowing our geography very well. I don't know why. Maybe it has something to do with Miss America and not knowing where the Iraq is. I don't know. Did I just date myself? Go YouTube that video. It's hilarious. But definitely do your research a bit and know where you're going. Know the countries around you and know some of the cities around you as well. It will help. It will help you get around, and it will help you help us break that American stereotype of not knowing our geography. Point number four. Okay, the biggest thing you're going to deal with at the beginning of your trip is jet lag. And the best way I have found to get over jet lag is once you get on the plane, set your watch to where you're going. Forget about where you're leaving, and make sure you just start getting in that frame of mind. So if it's late, like if it's getting on and then you're up in the air and you're on your way over and it's time to be sleeping, try and make yourself a little bit sleepy, or try and just get in that mindset. It does wonders, I'm telling you, especially when you land. Don't be calculating, okay, what time is it back home? What time is it back home? Oh my gosh, it's 2 in the morning, I should be so tired. Don't do it, don't do it, resist. Live in the moment, be where you are, be present, and don't think about what time it is back home. Same when you go back. It works, I promise. Also another tip, if you're flying to Europe, usually it's a night flight and it's easier to sleep. On the way back, you're gonna wanna get some, what is that, like a little eye mask thing, maybe a pillow, because it's light the whole way on the flight back. Not fun. The flight back to America is not my favorite. And my last tip is take a million photos. Don't be afraid to look like a tourist, because you are one. And you are going to want to tell your friends and your family about your trip, and you're going to want to show them photos, and you're going to want to show some videos. So don't be obnoxious, but definitely don't be shy with your camera, because being able to go back and remember your trip and hang pictures on your wall and tell people about the experiences that you got to have are so much more fun when you've got some pictures to show and tell. So those are my 5 quick tips for your trip to Europe. I hope they help, and I hope you have a great time.